Hello, happy autumn from Cookbook Divas. Tonight we're going to talk about cozy children's books for autumn. Some of them are a little bit spooky, but not too bad. If you like really, really spooky books for kids, be sure to drop by our other Amazon channel that my cousin runs, Dark Side of the Library. We talk about dark books there a lot, but today we are over here at Cookbook Divas with a kinder, gentler children's books live stream. So I live in Seattle and it is raining tonight. And when I'm done live streaming, I am going to pop a Duraflame into the fireplace and relax with some decaf tea. But right now I am enjoying some tea, but I'm not drinking pumpkin spice tea because I'm allergic to ginger and cinnamon. I'm having plain old decaf Earl Grey. But anyway, let me get the chat started off for us really quick here so that my chatting channel is not empty. I'm at amazon.com/live/cookbookdivas. And I'm going to start off the chat. Welcome to Autumn with Cookbook Divas and Children's Books. Okay. Woohoo! So let's start off by mentioning that I'm using a brand new microphone, but I'd love to know if you can hear me or not. I feel like I'm not talking loud enough and it should be a little closer to my face. Oh well. It's a Shure MV7 podcasting microphone. I have two podcasts, Cookbook Divas and Dark Side of the Library. Neither of them have been updated in the last month because I got a new puppy. And you'll probably hear him barking on the live stream. He barked during my last one and ran in and stole some of my plush toys I was talking about. Naughty. So the Shure MV7 podcasting microphone is an upgrade from my old Blue Yeti, which I have disassembled here. I like the Shure better because it covers up background noise. It doesn't stop the dog from barking or cover up his barking, but I can have a fan, which is wonderful. So it is $277. It's not on sale, but my Logitech Brio webcam is. It is 31% off today. It's $137. I love the clarity and that I can stream to YouTube in 4K when I need to. My ring light is an 18-inch Neewer. It's right there. I also have, I forgot my side lights. There, I have two side lights. Glad I looked over and saw that one wasn't on. My backdrop behind me is by Kate. It is cloth. It's a Halloween trick-or-treat backdrop, a little bit spookier than I normally use over here on Cookbook Divas, but I thought it was festive and autumn. So let's get the stream started off. I just treated myself to a cute little pumpkin spice latte, Palm Pal, just to keep me company in my office on my bookshelf. It's adorable, but you could gift it to an actual child because it has glass eyes and a little straw that could come off. It's for kids aged 3 and up or adult collectors. Palm Pals fit in the palm of your hand. They're supposed to be about 5 inches tall. They have a little bit of beanbag type stuffing inside them, so they can sit up on their own. This one is called I think it's Speckle Pumpkin Spice Latte. Yes. And there's little speckles on the top. Ooh, I should take off this little hanger that's on there. But I have to make sure my puppy does not get the little pieces of plastic and eat them because he likes to do that. There. You can see the little straw and the little speckles. The other cute little stuffy I have to decorate my bookshelf is another Aurora Palm Pal. And this is the caramel apple one. I think it's called, let's see if I can read it in the ring light, Sticky Caramel Apple. Very cute, fits in the palm of your hand and looks adorable on a bookshelf. I'm drinking tea out of my pumpkin spice mug, which doesn't seem to have made it into the carousel because it keeps selling out. And so my listing reverts to the other one, the Halloween Hocus Pocus mug. So I'm actually going to drink some of this tea right now, even though it got cold. This is a PG Colin stoneware campfire mug. It's got a black along the edge of it. It's dishwasher safe and microwave safe. I don't personally put it in the dishwasher because I don't want this pumpkin spice design to wear off. Dishwashers are kind of rough on that. So I will be hand washing this tonight. It is $14.99. Besides the pumpkin spice, you can click onto the listing. There's a Hocus Pocus and another one with the word witch on it somewhere. I forget. I also wanted to mention these. Oh, here it is. There's the pumpkin spice mug. I did have it in the carousel. I just had it in the wrong order. Good. I wanted to show you my Nightmare Before Christmas flameless candles before we get talking about books, because they are so cool and they're also super expensive. You get a set of 3, and they have Nightmare Before Christmas scenes on them, and they're made from wax, so don't store them next to a heat source. They're battery operated. They have an on and off switch, and I think a timer, possibly. I think they do have a timer. And the flameless candle that's going is kind of like it's blowing in the wind or flickering. Hi, puppy. My puppy wants to help with the live stream. I wish you could see him. So there's 3 different candles of tapering sizes, a tall one, a medium one, and a slightly less medium one, just a little bit bigger than the other one. And they look really eerie at night when the lights are off. It's pretty cool. But we're here to talk about books. And I'd like to start this off before my dog goes crazy tonight with chatting about Prunella. But I'm going to have to dig her out of my pile of books that I have over here. Maybe I will move them. Ooh, it's going to be hard to find her. Okay. What if I talk about the books that I can find? I put these in the wrong order and now they're all upside down. Okay. I'm going to try to start with Spider in the Well, which is right back here, and it's not a spooky Halloween book like I thought it was based on the cover. It's actually more of a folk tale about a village that has a lucky well and you can make a wish and your wish might come true, but the villagers aren't always honest about what they're wishing for. Spider in the Well is 20% off today on Amazon Live. It has a very vibrant, illustration style that I wasn't quite prepared for, and I thought it was pretty cool, so I picked it up. There's about, so there's the spider. There's the scariest page in the book. The villagers are really mad, and the little boy is trying to fix the problem. The villagers are mad at him, and he realizes they have not been honest about their wishes. So the story is told in several parts. We're in the justice part. I don't want to spoil the ending, but isn't the artwork kind of cool and unusual? I'm not sure if an actual kid would enjoy this book, but as an adult collector of unusual picture books, this fit the bill for me, so I grabbed it. It's Spider in the Well, 20% off today. Now, we here at Cookbook Divas on Amazon don't always just talk about cookbooks. We do over on Instagram, that's kind of our thing, and YouTube. But here on Amazon, we love to talk about gourmet food, children's books, decorations, Christmas, etc. So be sure to hit the follow button if any of that is interesting to you. Next, we have a book called Tiny Jenny, if I can find it in my carousel. Let me just take a second to look for it, because it's really cute. There it is. Tiny Jenny, Little Fairy, Big Trouble. I picked this up because it looks kind of autumnal. I'd like to read it to my rambunctious little great niece if she would hold still. It's set in a forest, and Tiny Jenny wants to find her fairy parents. And I'm not going to ruin the ending. Look at these beautiful illustrations. When she meets them, it's not what she was expecting, and she wants to go home to her bird family. It's kind of Thumbelina-esque in a few ways. The illustrations are stunning. I don't know how long it took them to paint these. And she discovers everything wasn't the way she thought it would be. And that's a life lesson we all need to learn. This is Tiny Jenny, Little Fairy, Big Trouble, and it's 12% off today on Amazon. The next book I wanted to chat about with you is Goodnight School. Now, I talked about this earlier in August, a couple months ago. It came out in July. It's a good book for helping kids that are new to school start getting used to the concept of going to school, etc. So Goodnight School kind of riffs off of the famous Goodnight Moon book that every baby on the planet makes us read every night 20 times. Teachers wave goodbye. Bus gives one last beep. Worn out little school needs to get some sleep. So you get the drift. And we're saying goodbye to every part of the school, the library, the music room, etc. I'm sure we go to the cafeteria. The janitor is checking everything before she puts the school to bed at night. And it's just kind of simple and sweet. And if you really read it in a relaxing voice, you can help your child settle down and start thinking about going to sleep. This is Goodnight School. It's $18.69 today on Amazon Live. I grabbed The Incredible Hotel because I always enjoyed looking through the stunning artwork in this book. I'm just having trouble finding it for a second here. Where did I put that? Uh-oh. We might have to talk about that in a minute when I can find it. Oh, I found it. It was right over here. The Incredible Hotel. There's a gorgeous hotel. If you ever go to the great city of Delaunay, take a left at the Duchess's Palace and cross the Bridge of Spires, and there you will find the Incredible Hotel. You couldn't ask for a more wonderful place to stay. Everything runs like clockwork. Every morning, here's what happens, the coffee, etc. As you can imagine, something goes wrong, and this poor person is trying to fix it and do all the work by himself. A big mess is happening, blah, blah, blah. I can't wreck the ending, but he fixes the problem, etc. It's the Incredible Hotel, and I just liked the artwork so much that I had to add it to my collection. And I have personally had a couple kitchen fires, so I can relate. And I like that the cover is kind of gilt. I can't say sparkly, but it's kind of foiled. It's 15% off today on Amazon Live. Now, I am a computer nerd lifelong, so I had to have a book in my arsenal. Grace Hopper, Queen of Computer Code. This book is 44% off today on Amazon, dropping it down to $10.69. Now, I see we have a couple people watching over on Amazon. Please drop a hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you buy children's books for yourself or you have kiddos, nieces, and nephews that you buy for. Meet Grace Hopper, rule breaker, chance taker, troublemaker, amazing Grace. So we'll just go through really quick. We're learning about her life. We're going to learn about the computers that she was coding on, punch cards. Looks like she's up in an airplane. After that, she's in a bathtub. There's a whole bunch of men in the computer coding room. And then there's Grace. This says, I have insatiable curiosity. It's solving problems. Every time you solve a problem, another one shows up behind it. That's the challenge. So this is a good book for STEM and kids that are going to turn into computer nerds. It's very empowering, especially for the women. Grace Hopper, Queen of Computer Code, 44% off today on Amazon Live. Do we have any Anne of Green Gables fans here? People who love Anne of Green Gables typically have October as their favorite month, and I was thinking of that when I pulled this book from my collection to look through with you. If I Couldn't Be Anne, inspired by Anne of Green Gables. It's definitely kind of an autumnal book, written by Callie George, beautifully and calmly illustrated by Genevieve Godbout. From a fearless tightrope walker to a princess in a palace made of apple blossoms, when Anne lets her imagination run wild, she can become anything she wants to be. But even as her flights of fancy soar far and wide, Anne knows that some things, like friendship and family and her beloved Green Gables, are even better than what she can imagine. So we'll just take a quick peek. If I couldn't be Anne, Anne with an E, I'd be a gull or a splendid, swooping one, or a rose so I could find out all the lovely things the flowers say, or the wind dancing around the treetops, waving in the ferns, and tickling the lake to make it laugh. Now she's a tightrope walker. She's a fancy lady having tea. She's an invisible friend. You get the drift. It's a really charming book for people who love Anne of Green Gables. Not much happens, but it's very imaginative, and I love the artwork style, so I added it to my collection. And you can too. It's 11% off today on Amazon, dropping it down to $16.04 today. The Red Tin Box is one of my favorites, although I don't have it memorized. On the morning of her 8th birthday, Maud buries a secret at the foot of a flowering dogwood, a red tin box. Inside it, among her treasures, is a promise that will grow big enough to hold a lifetime, a gift waiting for the right moment to be opened. And here she is putting her box. Far overhead, the sun kissed the clouds pink. An angle of geese honked excitedly. And Maud made a promise to herself. Maud grew and grew and grew and grew. She keeps coming back to visit the tree. She had a daughter of her own, and she grew too. But Maud never forgot the red tin box. In one corner of her mind, it glowed. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but she comes back as an older lady with her granddaughter, etc. It's beautiful and actually gives me goosebumps. I hope you enjoyed that preview of the red tin box. It's 39% off today, dropping it down to $10.99 for this beautiful hardback picture book. Did I add this book? Okay, next, brand new. I've only owned this a few days. It is fantastic. Don't fall. It's Griselda Snook's Spectacular Books, and it's hard to tell with my ring light washing it out, but you can read this under black light and it will glow. It doesn't glow in the dark, but if you hold a black light, it looks really cool. So a little boy named Henry stumbles upon this really cool witchy bookstore, but he's not sure there's going to be a book for him. So he's helping Griselda Snooks, the owner of the bookstore, and he helps the people that come in find books for them. So nothing spooky's happening, but there's bats and ghosts and weird people, etc. But it's all happy. He's giggling, he's helping people find books. Frankenstein's monster is there looking for a book. His name is Billy Bolt, etc. And then there's a dragon at some point, the scariest part of the book. And then finally, Henry finds a book too when this visiting witch author comes to the bookstore. It's a fun read. Doesn't just have to be for Halloween, but it's perfect for Halloween. It's Griselda Snook's Spectacular Books, and the illustrations are spectacular. And it's $18.99 today on Amazon Live. I'm going to take another sip of my tea out of my PG Collin pumpkin spice mug. I am thirsty from doing all this talking. And if you would like to talk too, you're welcome to type in the chat. I want to make sure that I added How to Be a Witch to our carousel. I'm not entirely sure that I did, and I want to talk about this book. How to Be a Witch book. Let's make sure I added it. There it is. I did not. Wow, that was dumb. I really want to talk about this book because it's so cool. Okay. We're adding it to the shopping carousel over here on Amazon, and we're returning to our live stream. And when I add things to the carousel while I'm live, they usually end up right at the end, and it is 7% off today. Okay, here's where I like this. First of all, beautiful copper gilt cover. Beautiful illustrations, very diverse, different skin tones, most of them dark. How to Be a Witch, and there's nothing scary or satanic about this. It's more pagan and Wiccan. Did you know that witches are real? It's true. Only pretend witches have green skin, pointy hats, and fly on broomsticks. Well, what do real witches look like? What do they wear? What do they do? Let's find out. Which one is a real witch? Is she a witch? Are they a witch? What about these two? Guess what? They're all witches. Witches are people who learn and practice magic and use their magic to help and to heal. And then they show us witches doing things out in nature or at home. Some spells are old and found in spell books. Some are new and shared from a friend. Look how beautiful there's. They even have a kid in a wheelchair. Witches find their magic recipes in books of potions or create their own recipes to experiment with new kinds of magic. Pigeon's grass, vervain, elf leaf, lavender relief stress. It's a beautiful introduction to the craft. Where do witches live? Anywhere around the world. How beautiful is this? I can't preview any more of it without running afoul of copyright, but I'm so delighted to give you a preview of How to Be a Witch. It is on sale 7%, dropping it down to $18.66. Perfect read for the spooky season of autumn. This is Harney & Sons Pumpkin Spice Tea, which I wanted to chat with you about. I can't personally drink it because I'm allergic to cinnamon and ginger, and guess what it has in it? But it smells good and I can smell it. So it's a rooibos tea, which means it's a red tea, not a black tea. Rooibos is a plant kind of native to South Africa. Oh, this smells so good. And I've had this over a year, and I keep it for guests when they come over. And a guest drank it last week and said it's not stale, it's perfectly good. And that's why I love these Harney & Sons tins. because if I could drink this tea, I would have gone through it in October or September already. But I keep it for guests so they don't just have to come over here and drink my boring Earl Grey, which is my favorite. This tin of 20 tea bags is $9.45 on Amazon. And when you're done drinking the tea, you can either store your other teas in it or use it for jewelry, keepsakes, paper clips, spare change, whatever. It looks so pretty on shelves and in the cupboard, doesn't it? Very French styled. The next book is Millie Fleur's Poison Garden, and it has created quite a stir on the internet. All of the book talk, booktube, bookstagram people are freaking out about it. It's adorable. It's by Christy Mandan. It's 10% off today here on Amazon Live. Everything in Garden Glen was exactly the same. That is until Millie Fleur LaFay came to town. With a curious collection of peculiar plants, Millie Fleur creates her unusual garden. She thinks it's marvelous. The townspeople call it poison. Well, can Millie Fleur find kindred spirits who appreciate everything her garden has to offer? Please do not feed the plants, that says. The publisher is Orchard Books. Welcome to Garden Glen, a picture-perfect place. Notice how the houses all look alike, but I have to point out they are cute. Except one tumble-down house. It's a little Edward Scissorhands-ish. The house on the top of the hill above the village. She's making paper-cut paper dolls that look like Venus flytrap plants. Her mom gives her some seeds, lets her go out and start planting them. Her garden grows very fast. Tentacled tansy, fanged fairy moss, glowing jack-in-the-bush. I want one of those. Sword toothwort, and grumpy gilliflower. The people are coming by and going, it's odd, it's unruly, it's appalling, said Colonel Stick in the Mud. Beware the poison garden, quit your croaking. They are protesting. Oh my goodness, how rude. It's not poisonous, Millie Fleur scowled. It's just not like yours. She's really sad. She's in bed. I guess I'll grow some roses. Her mom says, well, only if roses make you happy. She can't sleep and she's dreaming about all these plants. People are still protesting. But she knew there must be someone who would appreciate what made her garden special. She invited her entire class at recess. She wasn't sure anybody would come. But I don't want to spoil the ending. She does make a friend who can appreciate her garden. It's an adorable book, and it's about being different and true to yourself and not being afraid to do that. So I love it. That's a great message. Nonconformity is awesome in most cases. Millie Fleur's Poison Garden is 10% off, dropping it down to $17 today. Oh, it's so cute. I'm going to put it right back here because I want to keep looking at it. Okay. I wanted to show you something that's not a book for a second. I'm going to take it out. It's so fun. It's a giant paper pop-up greeting card. And it is from Fresh Cut Paper. And you pull it out. It is a haunted house. They show you how to put it together with this little thing. If you were actually going to mail it to someone, you would need way extra postage. And you can scan the QR code to figure out exactly how much, what you would have to do. They did leave they include a little card that you can do to write your name to whoever you're sending it to. So here is the pop-up card, and you push it on the bottom to make it stand up. You push there, and now it stands up, and you lift up the roof, which I have squished on accident. I did not mean to do that. Hey, pop up. You're supposed to be up here. Trying to demonstrate you. Oh well. Okay, there. Got it. It is a haunted house made out of paper that you can display in your home. I wouldn't display it near any fire or anything hot, of course, but it can sit on your mantle or a side table or in a front window. It's so cute, and I like to peek in and see the little chandelier, and the front door opens so you can peek inside. And I might take a little Funko Bitty Pop that looks scary and put it right in there and let it live and play in a dollhouse. So when you're done displaying it, you can just pull it open down here, flatten it, put it back in the envelope for safekeeping, for next year, unless you buy it to give to someone else and mail it to them. And then it folds flat again as long as you shut the doors, and it goes right back in the envelope that it came from. How ingenious is that? It is $20 for the fresh cut paper pop-up haunted house. If you can't be with your nieces and nephews or grandkids on Halloween, send it to them early so they can enjoy it and display it. And I can't wait to see what fresh cut paper comes out with for Christmas. I hope they make a Christmas house too. Maybe like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation House would make me super happy. All right, new. I am so excited about this one. My favorite pop-up book artist is Matthew Reinhardt, and he has collaborated on this Nightmare Before Christmas Holiday Worlds pop-up book, but it's not a book. It's more of a display or a tour. So you open it up, and here's Halloween Town from the Nightmare Before Christmas. There it is. And you can pull this out. Welcome to Halloween Town, and you can read about it on the snake. But you can also pull down Welcome to Christmas Town and read about it on a stocking. Well, where is Christmas Town? I thought this was a two-sided pop-up display. It's here. You just have to reach up like that. And I have to put this unruly snake back, quit popping out. And now you have Christmas Town. And again, if you had bitty pops, you could put them in the town and kind of play with them with this as the backdrop. So there's Santa Claus and a snowman. There's the Christmas Town village. And everything needs to stand up a little bit better, but it's been squished inside the book for quite a while. And then I don't understand why this has arrows or what the point of this was. It doesn't really pop that up any better. So when you're all done, the whole thing ingeniously collapses back into a flat book with Halloween Town on one side and Christmas Town on the other. It's amazing, and it's 23% off tonight on Amazon Live, dropping it down to $26. Now, if you enjoy children's books, be sure to hit a follow so you get notified every time I go live. But I also talk about cookbooks, gourmet food, holiday decorations, Christmas especially. That's coming up sooner than we think. I don't want to rush it because I want to enjoy Halloween and Thanksgiving. Wanted to chat with you about this Harry Potter glow-in-the-dark coloring book. This page glows in the dark. This one is the side that you color on. So while you're coloring, you could do it in the dark. I am Lord Voldemort, this says. So this page is going to glow, and then you color on this side. So there's many, many pictures. It's hard to show you with my camera, but you kind of get the drift. I'll try and find a good... This page is going to glow, and these fold out to make a much bigger... That's Hogwarts. So I can't show you in the dark because my ring light, I can't reach it. Anyway, there are certain kids that would think it's a lot of fun to color in a glow-in-the-dark coloring book, so I wanted to let you know about it. And it's 33% off today on Amazon Live, dropping it down to $11.36. Now, if you had glow-in-the-dark pens or coloring pencils or markers, that would be even better because then you could add to all the glowing that's happening. I think that's cool. Since we've been talking about Halloween, let's head over to my sticker books, which I'm trying to pull out here. Okay. I'm going to grab a sip of water from my Halloween-themed orange acrylic water glass. I have two sticker books to show you. The first is by Usborne. And Usborne used to be really hard to get a hold of because you had to have a rep come to your house, kind of like Avon, but nowadays we can buy them on Amazon. Little First Stickers Halloween. Add stickers to each spooky scene to fill this spine-chilling book with ghosts and monsters. You get 250 stickers. And the pages are extra glossy, which makes it easy to put a sticker down and then carefully peel it up and put it somewhere else if you decide to move it to a different picture. Looks like we have a mad scientist lab. Oh, it's Morbid Manor. This is Haunted House. These are just the backdrops. Monster Party. These are the scenes. Witch's Workshop. I kind of live in one of those. Vampire Bats. And here are some of the stickers. So they suggest that you put these on Morbid Manor, but you can put them wherever you want. And as you can see, these are cutesy and silly and spooky, but not scary or gross, because this is for little kids. This is the perfect age would be a 4-year-old would enjoy this, but lack the dexterity to get the stickers off without help. So I would say 5, 6, 7 would just be the perfect age for these stickers. But this one's getting a little gross and weird. Blah! Lots of orange. And that's it. It's Little First Stickers Halloween. It comes with 250 stickers. It's $7.99. If you're going on an autumn road trip or airplane trip, this will keep your kid busy for a while if they like stickers. And you know what? Most kids do. The other sticker book, let's see if I can find it in here. I had to get this for myself. I love paper dolls, and this is Sticker Dolly Dressing Trick or Treat. So you get 3 dolls, but you don't cut them out. And these books kind of have a story. So Pumpkin Patch, Spooky House, Creepy Crafts, Witch Dance, Finding Costumes, Carving Pumpkins, Face Painting, etc. So the kids are all 3 different skin colors, so it's a diverse book. And they're doing various autumn fun things. They're all in kind of conservative little underwear so that you can put costumes on them. They're carving pumpkins. Don't make a mess. And so you get the drift. Let's get to the stickers. Here are their outfits. Very colorful, very autumn. They're definitely dressing up because it's cold. There are not any sparkly or glittery stickers in this particular book. That's kind of disappointing, but that's okay. By the way, Sticker Dolly Dressing is on sale for 20% off, dropping it down to $7.99 today on Amazon. There's a creepy doll mask. I'm not sure about that. And a ghost costume, and a bunny costume, a dinosaur costume. Nothing super scary. There's a Frankenstein's monster head. Whatever. And a pirate. So this is Sticker Dolly Dressing Trick or Treat. Another great way to keep kids occupied, perhaps while you're waiting for Halloween dinner and trick-or-treating to start. Like at 3 p.m. when the kids come home from school and they are hyper and freaking out. All right, we're going to take a break from Halloween for 1 second because I wanted to give you a preview of this Advent calendar style book for kids. Christmas is coming in the fairy tale world, and open 1 flap a day and then have fun listening to the Christmas songs on Spotify. And they give you the details inside. So here's fairy tale characters. And you open a flap every day between December 1st and Christmas Eve. When you see this symbol, it means you can listen to the favorite Christmas songs of the characters on Spotify in the app. So here is Puss in Boots, not my favorite fairy tale. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. And there's a little craft and tells you what you'll need. This one is a place for everyone. You'll need green cardboard. So you're doing little crafts. You're not just reading stories. So there's Puss in Boots. Let me open this door. The Mouse Ogre. So this is a little story. So there's lots of different things going on. I'm not sure why the 6 flap is so little. It must just be a Spotify code, a unique gift. So you'll be listening to music while you read the book. This is Peter Pan. So it's not just Grimm's fairy tales. Pinocchio. Little Red Riding Hood. What happens when you open her house? I gotta be careful. I don't want to tear this page. You are doing a craft involving Christmas trees. And Cinderella, my favorite fairy tale. She works hard, gets to go to a party. The Nutcracker and the King of the Mice, and you get to read this little story. So every day you have a craft or an activity or a song. Here's Alice in Wonderland. Wow. This is on the 20th, and you are playing Guess Who. You'll need paper, a marker, double-sided tape, and 1 hat per player. Okay, so your parent might have to read these early and get ready. The 3 Little Pigs. We're getting close to Christmas. Here we are at the end. And you're going to open the last one, number 24. I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you. This is Christmas is Coming to the Fairy Tale World. It's kind of ingenious. I really like it. And it's only $14.99, which is amazing because it's heavy and solid and there's a lot going on. That's wow. We already chatted about the spider in the well. I need to find all the books. Here it is. This is a cute story, perfect for autumn. There's a little, I think she's a chipmunk, and she loves her books and she's always squirreling them away. Maybe she's a squirrel, and she doesn't want to share them with people. Her name is Piper Waterstone, and she could not share her books. You see, her books were special, rare, even magical. Her books brought her to other worlds, faraway galaxies, and even back in time. Well, eventually she starts bringing all her books with her to school, on her bike, to town, and she's starting to get a lot of books. So she eventually meets the librarian, who encourages her to go to the library, share her books, and get a card so she can check out books anytime. It's an adorable story. And if you are a book nerd like me and you love libraries and bookstores, this is the perfect book to read to your kid, grandkid, niece, nephew, yourself, etc. This is all the books, and it's $18.97 here on Amazon Live. And let me know if you have any questions about any of the books that we're looking through today. We look through Spider in the Well. Bitsy Bat. This isn't necessarily Halloweeny, but it's Bitsy Bat School Star. This says, Bitsy is a little bat with big star dreams. She's ready to make friends at her new school, Critter Crawl Elementary. But when she arrives, Bitsy feels like she doesn't fit in. So that's basically what happens in this story. Trying to make friends, getting a little discouraged. It's not a scary book, but it could be a little sad for a sensitive person, but it's kind of silly at places. Bitsy tried to sit like the others, but being wrong side up made her dizzy. Then came snack time. Trade, offered Benjamin. Bitsy opened her backpack and out crawled her snack. Ew! The kids are freaking out. That's wrong, screech! So there's lots of action. It could be really funny if you read it in the right way. It does have a happy ending, so don't worry about reading it to a sensitive kid. This is Bitsy Bat School Star. It's 10% off, dropping it down to $17.09. Now, we're going to take a break from Halloween and autumn for a second so I can show you the stunning, gorgeous, I might cry, brand new Christmas at Hogwarts picture book. It's official. It's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, illustrated by Ziyi Gao, who did a fantastic job. Look at the beautiful end papers. Christmas was coming. One morning in mid-December, Hogwarts woke to find itself covered in several feet of snow. So begins Chapter 12 of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and the heartwarming story of Harry Potter's first Christmas at Hogwarts. So I don't want to wreck the whole book. I'm going to show you a few pages, and then I have to put it away to leave you some things to discover. But look how beautiful Hogwarts is in the snow. And it's hard for the kids to study because they're looking out the window at the snow and wanting to play in it, etc. And Professor McGonagall, R.I.P., had come around the week before making a list of students who would be staying for the holidays, and Harry had signed up at once. He didn't feel sorry for himself at all. This would probably be the best Christmas he ever had. And Hagrid, clearly a father figure. Everything is warm and cozy, and they're celebrating. And Harry's wrapping a present and hanging out with Ron Weasley. And there's some more presents. I wanted to show you the Great Hall, but I kind of don't want to ruin the book, so I'm not going to. But this is absolutely beautiful. Any Harry Potter fan needs this, probably, because we all love picture books, especially if you have little kids. It's 33% off today, dropping this beautiful book down to $13.46. Cheaper than when I freaked out and bought it immediately at a bookstore. I should have waited and bought it on Amazon. The next book is another weird goth garden-y type of children's book. It's also been very popular. It's called Prunella. And Prunella is written by Beth Ferry, illustrated by Claire Keane. It's another book where the kid is growing some weird stuff like bladderworts, cobra lily, porcupine tomatoes, corpse flower, elephant's ears. And not everybody is sure that that's pretty cool. And then she does find a friend. The neighborhood kids are kind of nervous. They're not sure they like her. Finally, someone comes along that appreciates what she's doing, etc. And the illustrations are awesome. And it's kind of comic book style with word clouds, etc. Can I bring my sister? She wants to be a mycologist. So here's Prunella's new friend. It's cheerfully illustrated and not spooky at all, but I wanted to let you know about it. It's kind of autumnal, and I really enjoy it. It's 11% off today. We chatted about this, The Incredible Hotel. Did we? Oh, we didn't. There's 2 more books we didn't talk about yet. One of them is the incredibly popular Leaf Thief. But let's start with the Not So Wicked Witch. It's a non-spooky, non-scary book about a witch who actually wants to be a nice person. On the sleepiest of nights, when the air is still and the moon is full, conditions are just right for witches to take flight. What a terrible bunch they are! I know as well as you do that witches are wicked through and through. Ever stepped on a pointy toy with bare feet? A witch put it there. Ever gone to eat the last cookie only to find the jar is empty? A witch ate the last one. Well, the not so wicked witch is trying to be a nice person and have kindness and do nice things for people. So it's kind of a good message. And the pictures are colorful and cheerful and cute and not scary. And they have some adventures. So that's the Not So Wicked Witch. I really like it. It's $18.99. It is not on sale today. I'm checking for the books that I forgot to chat about so far. We are making our way back to The Leaf Thief, which is, I think, our last book today. It is. And I have to find it in the carousel. And did you know that the sequel, The Snow Thief, came out, and they also have The Flower Thief, I think, about spring. All right, there it is. The Leaf Thief is on sale, 40% off today. I love the gilt copper color on the cover. The Leaf Thief. It's about a squirrel, and I have a friend who loves squirrels. What a wonderful time of year. I am snug in my nest with a belly full of hazelnuts, and the sun is shining through my leafy canopy. Such lovely colors, red, gold, orange, red, gold, orange, red, gold. Wait a minute! One of my leaves is missing! Where is it? It's not in here. It's not in here. Bird! The squirrel asks Bird for help, and the bird is explaining that the seasons change and the leaves go away. This is a disaster! The squirrel is not happy about it, but you learn about the seasons, and in the back, the real Leaf Thief. A little bit of facts. It's a cute book, especially good if you're able to read in a really enthusiastic way. Your kids will love it. It's 40% off. This classic, new modern classic book is now $10.71 here on Amazon. The perfect autumn read. I think we covered all of the books. If you don't have any questions about them, I'm going to move on and go get my dinner. If you enjoy children's books, be sure to hit the follow button so you can be notified next time I go live to chat about children's books or cookbooks or Christmas or gourmet food or home and kitchen. I'm busy. I like to talk about lots of things. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next live stream.